Hello everybody and welcome back to Megastore Simulator. Just before we get started with today's episode, a lot of you have been asking me when I've mentioned about having my test profile with lots of money and lots of XP, how do I go about doing that myself? So I'm going to take a few minutes just to explain how I did that. So if you are interested in how to get more money into your game and how to get more XP, stay tuned because I'm going to show you that now. So the first thing you're going to need to do is come over to the Nexus Mods website and then locate the Megastore Simulator mods page. I will leave links to this in the description so you can easily find where you are looking for. Once you are here, scroll down and locate Tobey's BepInEx pack for Megastore Simulator. Once you found it, click it, then click download by clicking manual. It will bring you to this page here. Click slow download and it will download. You do need an email account to sign up for this, but once you've chucked in an email, it is absolutely fine. Once you've done that, come back out and then you can try and find some mods that you might want to use. So for example, for today's video, we are going to be getting the Megastore Trainer, but if you are also interested, you could have Place Anywhere, which enables you to place shelving as shown by the thumbnail in the car park, should you so wish. Computer Anywhere, which would enable you to have your computer just pop up anywhere where you are in the store. You just press tab and it will pop up and you can use it rather than have to go back to the office all of the time. Smart Restock would take care of some restocking issues for you. You could have it set to a minimum and it will constantly autofill your basket for you once you hit those minimums, things like that. And this will be a growing list as time goes on. So once you've chosen your mods, go back in, same thing as we did before. You would click download. Sometimes you will get this pop-up saying additional files required. So it tells you which files are needed for the mod to work. So in this case, Tobey's BepInEx, which we've got, and Configuration Manager, which I've also downloaded before this video. But if you haven't, you would then click it and it will take you directly to the page and you can download it from here. All this does basically is enables you to sort of customize your mods on the fly. It's not really actually going to be used for this mod, but you might as well have it. It will come in use in future. You can just change a few of the settings by pressing F1. So once you have downloaded your mods, you should end up with something looking a little bit like this. So you'll have Tobey's BepInEx, Megastore Trainer, and Configuration Manager probably in your downloads folder, but as zipped files. To unzip these, all we have to do is say click on Tobey's BepInEx here, and then click Extract All at the top of the screen. If that is not there for you, if you just right-click it, it should appear somewhere within your menu. Once you click Extract All, this will be brought up. Just leave it as it is, it'll go into the same folder. If you want to go straight into it, you can click Show Extracted Files when complete. That will just open up the folder immediately. I'm going to have that switched off for the purposes of the video. Once you click Extract, as you can see, it just pops in at the top there. We're going to do that for all three. So if we just come down to Extract here, there you go, that's how that works. Or you can just click it up here if it is there for you. So once we've got all three extracted, what we need to do is go inside of Tobey's BepInEx pack for Megastore Simulator, and it should look something like this. We should have BepInEx at the top and a few other files. These are the files we need to place inside the main game folder for Megastore Simulator. How do we find that? Well, if we open Steam and go over to the little cog here on the side, go down to Manage, and then go to Browse Local Files, that will bring it right up for you. This is exactly where we need to place our stuff. So if I go back into the folder we were in before, which is here, I'll just bring that down for you so you can see. All we have to do is grab hold of these, drag them over here, and drop them in. The next step is we now need to boot the game. So if we go into Steam and open the game up, it might take a couple of seconds to load in, but once it does, you come to the main menu. Now what we need to do is quit straight back out again, and that should initialize BepInEx for us. So once we have given the game its boot cycle and we find ourselves back in the main game folder, it should look a bit like this. I've just given this a refresh, so the order might look a bit different to yours, but if you just refresh, it should look like this. Then go into BepInEx, and then go into Plugins, and this is where we're going to place our mods. So if I just bring my folder back up, which contains my mods, I can now go into Megastore Trainer, and because we extracted this, I've now got a .dll file in here. All I have to do with this is just drag it over here and drop it. Some mods, like the Configuration Manager, actually come preloaded with the file destinations already in them as well, which is handy. Not all of them do this, but some do, so I'll just show you how that works as well. So if you do open up a folder and it already has BepInEx, if you just drag and drop BepInEx into the main game folder, it will immediately take it for you and already place it in here. So then you can see the Configuration Manager has already been placed inside of here. The mod and the stuff that the mod needs is also placed for you. So you don't actually need to go into that menu yourself. It can be done automatically. So let's go into the game now and see if our mods have loaded. So once you are in the game, I've just started a brand new profile here just to show the mod off really, but you can play it on your current saves, absolutely no problem. But once you launch the game, all you need to do is press the delete key. Now I recommend pressing save as well, otherwise the camera moves around while you're trying to use the mouse. You can then drag this out of the way as well to make sure you don't click on anything behind. And with this, even though it is very small, hopefully you can see, we have add $1,000. So if I click add $1,000, as you can see, the top left of the screen, I am earning lots and lots of money just by clicking that. So that can go all the way up as much as you want. And we can then do the same with XP as well. So if I click the XP here, as you can see, we are flying through the levels already up to level 50. And now we've got $50,000 and level 50 using the trainer. So I use this for testing purposes. So I've got a testing profile that I use all of these mods on, just to help my progress along on there, just so I can test some things out. For you, you could use it in your main game if you wanted to. So that is how you mod the game. On with today's episode. Okay, welcome back to the store. Hopefully you found that useful and you can now mod your games and add a bit more money and XP to your save files if you so wish. Right, let's crack on with today's episode then. So what I have done is I have purchased product license 4. The reason for that over 3 was simply because I feel like carrying on down the instruments and bags and cases and stuff works best for the section we currently have. Later on, when we hopefully expand a little bit more, then we'll have a section that has all of the records and stuff in it as well. So what I have done, I've purchased that. So that's left us with a bit of money. What I'm going to do is purchase the shelving for this to start with, and then we will purchase the goods later on because we're going to need a bit more money. So I think we are fully stocked, so we might as well open up. And then we can get a bit more money coming in, and then I can get the new stuff. Plus, I also need a cello by the looks of things as well. But most things are good, stock-wise. Hello, sir. Please buy a few items so I can afford my next venture. It all rides on you this entire episode. And that's it. Well, I mean, I could do with a bit more. I mean, hopefully he'll spend over there. Come on, please. Would you buy lots of stuff as well, please? We need it for the episode. I don't think he's bought that much, but it should hopefully be enough. He's got the watch, so it'll definitely be enough to get my order of these things. I'm going to have this delivered to the store front so we can get these in place. There we go. Right, where is my... Is that going to be outside because I've not done anything yet? Yes, it is. Let's get these out. What's a joke? Something's a joke. Somebody's been telling jokes. We've got a comedian in the place. So just a disclaimer. Obviously, you've just seen me install some mods and things like that. I'm not actually running any mods on this save file at all. I was tempted by the Smart Restocker mod. Not for its ability to just auto-order everything for you, because I think that wouldn't work out for us just yet. Sorry about that, I've just blocked you in there. I don't think that would work out for us just yet, because I don't want, like, huge stock bills of, like, 20 grand every single day. I want to be a bit more selective. But there is one part of that mod where you can just press N to get rid of pallets. So once you've emptied all the pallets off the truck, you can just press N and it gets rid of them all. And I was tempted about that side of it, because you can just set all like the values to 0 and it won't order anything, but the mod makes the game run a little bit off. It's not quite at full frames. So I'm leaving that, and obviously I'm not running anything else like money or XP or anything, because that defeats the object in the series if we're just going to cheat our way to success. Why is that not snapping? Had a couple of comments reminding me that I can snap things, and now I'm holding shift and no snapping is taking place. There we go. You definitely need another cello. Right, let's put these in over here. We will need a full rearranging here, won't we? Yeah, I'm looking if to add mods to the game, what I'm looking for is stuff that will make our life easier. So I will have some quality of life mods if they do appear. But I'm not going to have any like massive game-changing mods. Similar to my Supermarket Simulator series, really. In that one, and I'm not going to have loads of mods where we just change the game completely. More quality of life ones. So if there is, for example, a mod that comes soon that enables your restockers to empty the truck for you to save us from having to be in there all the time, then obviously I will use that mod because that makes a lot of sense. It helps the series as well just stay a bit more fluid because you're not just watching me do the same thing over and over and over again. Right, I need to shove this shelving up a little bit more to get all of these in, don't I? It's a bit unfortunate. So for now, I'm just going to place this something like that out there somewhere. So we'll take the wall down later in the day anyway. That's just so we can get some products on. Right, let's buy them because we can afford quite a lot now. So, products. Let's get 2 of each of these. And then I also want a cello. We'll get 2 lots of cellos, actually, because we're selling low on those. We'll have those come to... No, we'll have them come to the storefront. It's only the cello, isn't it? We'll have them come to the storefront. I'll take care of the cello myself. Where is he? Hurry up. Right, how's stock doing? Not too bad. We did do quite a large restock at the end of the previous video, so we're not doing badly there. Let's get these cellos on, because we are definitely losing sales on these, more so than the other things. There we go. Leave the other one there, because you never know, by the time we get back to it, we may have well sold out of cellos once again.
That's above my budget.
Something's above his budget. What was it? You're looking at too pricey for chicken nuggets. I mean, I fully agree, actually. $7.50 is pretty pricey for chicken nuggets. I'm leaving it as it is, though. I think we're doing okay, really. Right, put that there. Guess the other one can go below it. Right, that's that bit done. Let's set this price in case somebody comes along to purchase it. $200, a bit too high. $190. Not bad. I think $188. I don't know if they'll buy that or not, but we'll see. Let's try this at... Should we try 185 for this? Get into the 40% range. See how they go. We've got a bag here, ukulele bag. We could probably sell this for around $50, I'd say. Or at least we'll try. Are you buying anything over there, sir? Not quite.
Too pricey for my budget.
Well, unfortunately, it's not pricey enough for other people's budgets because we were selling those pretty well last time. So it's staying as it is, sir. You'll just have to go and shop elsewhere, I'm afraid. This really ought to have been there, didn't it? We'll rearrange these. Let's just get things on, shall we? We'll rearrange later. This is going to sell for 188. We'll try high again. So ukulele bag is too expensive. Let's go 40. No, not 45. Let's go. Let's go about $49, just below that. Yeah, that's too expensive as well. Move your arm, sir. $182. He's bought one over there. He has bought one over there. So 182. What have we got this on for? That's 42. So he bought one. We could probably get away with the same price then, couldn't we? Let's pop this back up to 185. That swayed me. Somebody came over there and bought one. Haven't sold any of these ones yet. Yeah, people are buying them. We've just had some customers who are a little bit anti-purchasing at the moment, aren't they? Right, this can go on down here. Need a bit of a restock going on. elsewhere in store. We'll sort all of this out in a moment. Let me just check around. Tech is good. No problems with tech. No problems with toys. No problems with clothes. No problems particularly in the bakery. Or over here. Toilet paper, perhaps. Yeah, quite a few of those because you can't get many on. But it's mostly just over here in the music section, isn't it? That we need to purchase a lot of stuff. Some of these as well. All right, that should get us rolling. Some drums. All right, let's have all of that delivered to Dock 1.
I love that freshly baked smell.
And quickly retrieve everything. So yeah, that restock mod, like I say, it does enable you to throw all of the stuff away. It just runs the game. It's not bad. It is playable, but I wouldn't be happy with it for a YouTube video. It's a little bit choppy, but it does work quite well in terms of, I mean, I'm not sure how the purchasing side of things go, because like I said, I've never really done that, but if you press N, all of those will just jump straight in the bin, which saves, obviously, quite a bit of time when you're unloading these things. But what I'm really hoping for is a mod that comes where you can either have all of your stuff and it sort of gets auto-delivered onto shelving, a bit like there's a couple of mods that did that in Supermarket Simulator, which would be very handy. We could have shelving in here and it just gets auto delivered onto the shelving, or the restockers come in here and help themselves. I don't know if any of those are really possible in this game, but if so, that would be very handy. Just so you're not spending all of your time doing this, because I had a couple of comments after the previous video as well, after I'd mentioned that this is quickly going to become me taking pallets out the back of a truck simulator, who, yeah, they agreed. That is what it's going to become. We're very close to that being the case. And whilst I can obviously do bits of restocking before we start a video, so we can come into every single day fully stocked and with lots of stuff in our warehouse, and I'll probably do that. It's not always going to be able to be the case. You know, there will be some days where we just need to be in here doing this even in the video, no matter how much I restock beforehand. Because, you know, we might not have enough money to do everything we need. So we will have to watch out for that. So hopefully there'll be a mod that comes along and just eases that, or in the game, just a game update that makes that a bit better. Right, we need to clear all these boxes away. Very messy in there. We're at the end of the day. So up to 13,000, which is good. It means I can think about and got stuck there. I can think about and also move that way. So we can think about getting some new stuff. There's still a cello down there. Yeah, we can think about getting some new stuff. We can also think about expanding, I think, with what will be about $15,000. Okay, are we finished with customers? I think so. I'm just going to let him finish restocking that shelf. While we wait, let's take down a wall, shall we? Growth. So, it's quite expensive, but I think worthwhile. So that is the entirety of the downstairs before our first upstairs upgrade taken. So it's given us quite a bit of extra room. I do wonder why it gives you this little bit as part of that. I mean, obviously it flows in later on and you go around the back, but it is kind of weird, isn't it? What could we put down there? I guess we could chuck, we could chuck some more self-checkouts and things down there, or some, the toys could go down there. We could have toy corner. But it's pretty much, I'm just going to leave it, I think. Because it's just going to be a way to get around the back of the escalators, isn't it? At some stage. But now we can do this music corner. It's a shame that pillar is there. I can't believe there are no other pillars in this whole structure, but there's one there. How unlucky. Right, so now we can move things around. We can actually design this properly. Well, let's move the toys completely out the way. Let's actually put those down here for now. So we can think about what we're doing musically here. Right, so I think instruments in the corner. What have we got here? Why have we got we've got a first aid kit as well as a pipe. This is really not good for my store layout. But I think we'll have instruments in the corner, and then we'll have... What do the records go on? That's got to be on like the double racks then, is it? They don't have their own... That's weird they don't have their own shelving. You would think they'd have a rack. Like where you can just sift through them or something. Are they all on the same... I don't like that. I prefer if they had their own thing. I still think I'll do this idea of moving all this stuff and having it over here, but still, I would much prefer if they had their own specialized shelving. All right, what else would go with that? Then we could put our ukuleles, I guess. With them, we do get some more guitars, though. So I think we'll leave that for guitars. So we'll have that back wall as guitars, that guitar wall. So then the other side of our first aid, I don't think we'll be able to... Yeah, you see, now the mod for being able to place stuff anywhere, I'd be able to put that there and we could hide that. And as it is, I don't think it's worth running the mod at this stage because I don't think I need it. Unlike in, say, Supermarket Simulator, where I ran that mod when I had fruit and vegetables outside and all sorts of stuff like that, it kind of made sense. And you needed it because it just helped with a lot of things in that game. Don't think we necessarily need it here. They're cellos, aren't they? Really, a cello and a... I think a cello more suits over here somewhere, doesn't it? I know it's not a guitar. It'll have to get moved at some point. But it's... I think it's closer to that than the ukuleles. We'll do that. So ukulele's there. Why is that in the ground? There we go. So guitars, cello, ukuleles. Then we'll put the percussion instruments. I want them to come after the guitars, really. So I think we'll start them about here and see how we go. Something like that. Leaves a bit of space. Obviously, we'll need to rearrange again at some point. And then bags and things. I think what I'm going to do is shut off tech corner and create a new area. So we'll have bags and things like along. So you're creating a section then basically. So that's all blocked off and then we come into a new section, which is music. That's the idea anyway. If we put that one in. It is not happy there for some reason. It keeps wanting to snap inside of that. Put it down the old-fashioned way. Right, do that. That can come over here. I don't mind the cases being kind of mixed because they're all cases. And bags, so it doesn't make too much difference. There we go. Right, so I don't think we get... Do we get any more of those or not? I think we must do, surely. We must get some more of those at some stage. I really must stop coming into management. Right, do we get some more of those? Doesn't look like it. No, but we could expand on those anyway. As for guitars, we've only got these three and those three as well. So I think they'll fit in that spot there, and then we can just probably bridge those up because I might double shelf some of these things. So in the center here, we're going to have all of our records. So they're going to run through here. Put these on. Get rid of this box. Yeah, so they're going to run through the center. So we'll have all of our records in the center, and then maybe down like another like partitioned bit with shelving. We can have all those speakers and things like that. That's the plan for the music section. Not left myself a massive amount of room for the rest of our tech, but I think we can probably fit it in here. Maybe run some stuff along here and here as well. We might be able to fit it all in there. Not 100%, but I think we should be able to. That's kind of how it's looking. Now, we could put some floor down as well to differentiate our areas, but I'm going to leave that for now, I think. Although, what is it? It's $1,000, isn't it? Maybe we could do that now. Decorations, because it would be nice to separate these areas a little bit. I've got to tell you, though, not much screams tech or music about these particular floors to me. Maybe the dark one could be tech. Let's have a look. Kind of suits the tech, doesn't it? There is a mod for this as well, apparently, from when I just had a look through before starting today. It's annoying that that takes so much room. Can't you narrow that? Why does it have to take up such a huge square? I would much prefer this to have like a little scroll where you could either have, you can paint that size, you can paint in half of that, all the way down to individual squares, should you need to. Like now, for example, where I just want that to run along like that. Because I don't necessarily want this color over in the music. I was thinking the wooden floor would look good over there. We'll have to just do it something a bit like that. Which is annoying because it bleeds through. But maybe we'll shift around. I don't know. I'd have to shift the tech all the way up to there for that to make sense. Or shift it inwards a little bit. We might just end up having to ignore it. Right, there we go. It's a shame we can't do the walls yet. I really wish we could do the walls. I don't mind the color scheme, to be honest. I don't mind the blue stripe and the walls, but it'd be nice if I could just put some stuff up, or even if it was just some like TV screens in here that were advertising other products and stuff, just dress the walls up a little bit. Would be good. I'm sure that'll all come. Right, shall we end the day? Before I make a huge error and not be able to afford any staff or anything. Right, let's get ourselves... I think we've done there then, haven't we? We can now... I think I'm going to get some records then. So just to make sure... Yeah, they all go on the double racks. And you get 20 in each one. I don't think they need to necessarily be double shelved then, do they? To be honest. I think we can probably just get these all sort of one top, one bottom. All right, so there's 10 of those, which means I don't think I'd be able to afford... I know I won't. 5 of those. We need 5 grand. Can you believe it? How sure we're only short by $50. I wish you could just go slightly into debt. Because I'd like to get those in place before opening up. But we'll have to open. It looks a lot better with the floor down, actually. I don't like the fact that it's, you know, splits in the wrong spot, but the place looks a bit nicer. I might also redo the rest of the floor, to be honest, and get rid of this this plain floor. But we'll wait for now. We'll do that when we're not just wasting $1,000. All right, please, somebody spend $51, please. Anyone? $51? think that guy's going to spend $51 quite comfortably. He's just picked up sushi already. These guys are... yeah, good. Will somebody actually go and pay for something? Aha! Please, sir. Please have spent $51. I don't think he has. I think he's just come in for his small shop. Somebody else has done it, though. What would he have given us? $40. Wouldn't have been enough. Right, we'll get these delivered to the store front. You guys have got nothing to do. Which suggests I probably need to buy some more stuff. Because I know we've got a lot in here. But do we have everything? I don't know. I'll have to have a proper look on the PC. Alright, where's the shelving to start with? This would be far easier to do this without people in store. Yeah, I do wish these went on a rack differently to this. They should be in, like, just, you know, like when people go into a place and then you go through them all. Or on some smaller shelving. Being on this size of shelving doesn't make much sense. I'd even prefer them if they could go on these shelves. Like, even if they went on your grocery shelf, I'd much prefer to have those than what we're going to have for these. Right, so I want these kind of going through the middle. We're going to get plenty of them later as well. I think we'll start off lining up with the post. And go along like that and create like an aisle, and then we can do back to back.
This looks a little stale. I hope I'm wrong.
Something like that. Right, let's put these on. Oh, they go in a basket. Or at least they go in a basket, I suppose. Although that's actually less aesthetically pleasing than if they were just placed on there, to be honest. Okay, well, we'll have it anyway. Right, let's sell this for $20 is obviously far too much. 15's a little bit too low. 17, probably 16.50 is the sweet spot. Maybe just below 50%, and we'll see how we go. Yeah, I don't think I need to double go these, because you get 20 on a shelf. I don't want the area to all be CDs and records and things. I'm surprised these are all CDs. I thought they were all like vinyl records. It's 16.50 the sweet spot for everything. That's 53%, 49%. Not quite, is it? We'll try it anyway, though.
That price is higher than I expected.
What's that? Too much money? Yeah, I thought it might be. I'm just trialing it. I'm guessing that is not a good price. Should we try... we just try 16? A bit lower, isn't it? Try 16 for this as well. We'll try 16 across the board. I think that might be better, actually. That'd be a happier number. You purchasing it at that? It doesn't look like you are. Can't believe it costs $16. I know, I know. It is very expensive. What price would you like to pay? Well, he's happy with it. I think we've just got some moaning people, haven't we? I'll try 16 on that as well. It's slightly lower, but it'll be fine. 16 on that. 16 seems to be between high 30s and 50%, doesn't it? So we'll go 16 across the board, I think. I've got to hurry up with this because I am neglecting the store like crazy. We are getting some complaints, though, here, aren't we? I think more people are complaining than buying, I think. There's no breakdown to that. That needs to be added into the game as well. Okay, we'll tell you at the end of each day, oh, products found expensive was X amount. But it doesn't tell you what they are. It'd be nice if they, oh, your CDs, people found like 30 of them too expensive. Because see, they're buying them that end. I know they're slightly different in variant of sales impact, but still. You're buying it as well, I think. All right, just quickly get that to 16, just in case somebody comes along and buys it at 10. I don't think they'll pay that. Yeah, I think we're going to need to come down on some of these, aren't we? This is a lot of complaints. This isn't just like one or two. So we'll bring them down. Let's just have a look at this guy. So that one's fine. That is at 42%. That one's fine. That one's fine. That's not fine. You've already purchased one. You're not happy at this one. So let's go for 1550 with this one. Take it into the 40s. We'll lower that one as well, just in case. I think high 40s is too much, isn't it? Early 40s, I think they will pay it. Depending on the customer. But I think high 40s, absolutely not. But that's 45%. So maybe because we've just seen somebody buy that, haven't we? All right, well, see how we go with that. Is anybody going to complain? Doesn't look like it. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Throw some boxes away so they're out of the way. And then we'll do a little bit of a stock run because we are sold out of a lot of stuff, I think. Let's put that down. You can't find what you're looking for. That's probably... Well, that wasn't you, was it? Because you're looking at stock. So that wasn't you. That must have been too expensive for you. Right, let's get some stuff. We need some more cellos. Big time. I have to buy all of these, I think. These haven't sold as much, but we'll get 2 of them anyway. I think he's just bringing some more stock. That'll be fine for now. Obviously, we only just got those. These are now all sold out. All right, it's all of those. Tech is not so good. Gets us full stock of those. Could do some more of these as well. These are going to get expensive, though. 18,000. Let's see what we're like over here before I blow it all. Probably need 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. Well, actually, we get 4 of the bottom ones because we need more of them. Get some of those, get some of those, some of those. It's going to be a big order. What's like in here? Not bad. Get 1 of each of those. Some sugar. Okay, we've not... I don't think we've sold out of anything over here. Just low, isn't it? Yeah, we're all good. Right, what is that? 18,000. Do we need anything from over here? We can just buy. We'll get that then. Or we won't have that to store front. We'll have that to dock 1. We'll have to have quite a big restock overnight. But that should be fine. Need the delivery driver to drive a little bit quicker. Although we've only got an hour left of opening anyway, so it won't make any difference by the time we get this off. The truck, it'd never make it to the shelf in time.
Can't find what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we probably sold out. I'm sorry. I had a day where I basically put CDs on a rack all day long. That was the problem with just being a little bit short. I shouldn't have decorated the floor. We should have saved that to the end, really. It's much better to get everything on rather than open. Because I'd overspent, our hands were a little bit tied. Tell you what, though, I could do with being about half a foot taller when we've got all those boxes on. Can't really see where I'm going. Let's throw these things away. Wait for the next one to come. See what we're looking like inside the store. Still got a handful of people walking around, but overall not bad. So I've got nearly 9 grand. So I should have some money there to spend on any other restocking that suddenly becomes necessary. And then we should be able to get potentially another license next time. Yeah, so I think next time what we'll do is I'll finish restocking, I think, between the videos. So I'll let them get it on the shelves and purchase anything that we've missed to make sure we're ready to go. And with the money I have left, I think what we might as well do, we're not going to do any more expansion, I don't think, are we? Let's just have a look. So upstairs, I don't think I'm going to go upstairs until we've basically finished the music. I think we'll probably end up keeping music and technology downstairs now, which is against my original plan. But I think it's just how it's fallen. So I'll probably carry on with getting some more music. So it would be some more of these, wouldn't it? To get some more CDs and things. So we'll probably put some more racking down on the reverse side of what we've just done with some more of those. And then maybe even get that one just to finish that section off. And then we can fiddle around with some speakers and bits and pieces after that. So probably get more of CDs and things like that on. And I might also add some tech in as well, because we've got a couple of cheap licenses to put some more tech in, so we can get some of these and some of those and get all of those in as well down this bottom end somewhere. So that's what we'll be doing next time. I'll end the day. So we didn't get that many customers. Look at that, 155. So we didn't get as many customers yesterday as we've had before for some reason, because we've had that, I'm sure we've had that in the 160s. We've definitely sold over 500 products the last few days as well. That's interesting. I wonder why that's changed. Maybe it's just one of those days. Right, I'll carry on with this then, and then when you come back in the next episode, like I say, we'll carry on with licenses and expanding that area and hopefully largely get it finished as well. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like, consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you for another video very soon.